Hey kindergarten, today I am going to be showing you how to write your very own shape poem. Yesterday you probably watched the poetry video that I sent you and came up with a list of topics for poems that you might want to write about. Today I'm going to show you my favorite kind of poem to write, which is a shape poem. Now, before I make my shape poem, I want to think, what do I want to write my poem about? This is a great time to go back and use your poem list. Maybe you said you wanted to write about basketball. Or maybe you wanted to write about cheerleading, or maybe you wanted to write about your cat or your dog or your fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start by drawing my shape for whatever I want to write about. So Mrs. Peterson decided that she wants to write about Zoe. So I'm going to draw my Zoe. Now, do our drawings need to be perfect? No, Mrs. Peterson doesn't expect that. Just do your very best. And when you do shape poems, you don't have to write in the whole shape. So, because Zoe has a face over here, instead of writing in here, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll just give her her eyes and her nose. And then I won't worry about writing over here. I'll just write in her body. So, poems don't have to rhyme. So if you don't want to make a rhyming poem, that's okay. You can do a free verse shape poem too. So I'm going to come up with some awesome words to describe Zoe. That's what I like to do before I start my poem, is I like to think, what are some adjectives, so describing words, that I can use in my poem? So my kindergarten class knows what my dog Zoe looks like. We know that she's long. We know that she has like copper colored hair. And we know that she's a little old and a little grumpy. But that she's really soft too. So those are some good adjectives. Soft, copper, old, long. We know that she is sleepy and a little lazy. So those are some other good adjectives. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to say, Zoe, my doggy, E. Zoe, my doggy, is lazy, la-a-z-e, as can be. She is soft, She is soft, long, and a little, and a little old. Zoe, my doggy, is lazy as can be. She is soft, long, and a little old. But she is my baby. B-A-B-E. That's my poem. Zoe, my dog, is lazy as can be. She is soft, long, and old, but she is my baby. Now, do you see how I didn't worry about periods or anything like that? When you're writing a poem, you don't have to use normal punctuation. Poems don't have to have periods at the end of every sentence. Lots of times, poems don't even have full sentences. They have something called phrases, and so then you don't need to have periods. But if we were writing a normal story, you would, but for poetry, you don't. So this is my Zoe shape poem. Should we write one more together? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to think, what could I write about? What would be a good topic? This is a good time to go back and to look at your list and think, what could I write about? Mrs. Peterson loves summertime, and the sun is out in the summer, so I'm going to draw a sun for my shape poem. So to make my sun, I'm just going to do a circle, and then I might try and give myself sunbeams around it. Now, does it need to look perfect? No, it doesn't need to look perfect. Okay, so here's my sun. So I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to think, what are some good adjectives that I can use in my shape poem? So I'm writing about summer, and I'm writing it in the shape of a sun. So I know that summer is hot. I know that I go swimming, and I know that I can get sweaty when I'm outside because of the sun. And if you go to the lake or the beach, you could get sandy. And I just have a lot of fun, and I have a lot of adventures during the summer, right? You're outside with your friends, you're playing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write my shape poem, and I'm going to keep those adjectives and those words that I thought of in my brain so I remember to use them. Summer is my favorite it time. Bossy E. Summer is my favorite time of year. Year. Summer is my favorite time of year. Now, I still think that it's important for you to use those finger spaces, though. So even though we don't have to use punctuation and things, make sure you still have finger spaces so you can go back and read your poem, okay? So, summer is my favorite time of year. I am sandy, and sweaty, I am sandy and sweaty and happy. Happy. Summer is my favorite time of year. I am sandy and sweaty and happy. Pass the popsicle, please. Please. Now, did that poem rhyme? Poems are just nice ways to say things and to tell stories. So your poems don't need to rhyme. Poems can be hard to write, and that's okay if you have a hard time with this and if it takes you a little while. But just do your best. So today we talked about shape poems, and what I want you to do now is I want you to get out a sheet of paper, and I want you to make your own shape poem. Okay? Don't forget to go back and to use your topic list that you made yesterday to help you decide what kind of poem that you made. See you later, kindergarten.